What is the context of the rule of seven?
Sure. So rule of sevens really it deals with scientific first principles, and it says that the healthiest person alive can potentially go 7 weeks without food, 7 days without water, and 7 minutes without air. And so this is a very obviously our very basic physiological needs. And if you look at Maslow's pyramid, the physiological needs are at the bottom because it doesn't do us a whole lot of good to feel loved and respected and have plenty of opportunity to express ourselves and be creative if we're starving to death, right? So we have to meet our basic biological needs before we can begin to express our own creative genius, so to speak, or fulfill our life's sort of mission or purpose or great goals. So in conscious home design, so that's the very interesting thing because it really brings it back to what's the most fundamental need that we have, and it comes down to air. And it's like if you don't have air in just a few minutes, it's all over. So we look at we all know this, but we don't necessarily actually design like this or build like this. So air quality, when I look at the rule of sevens, it really prioritizes our design for us. And we come right back to air quality and we say, well, do we know this, but do we actually design like this? Are we designing for the best air quality in our homes? And the answer is no. The EPA says that most buildings have between 2 and 5 times worse indoor air quality than the outside air. So, and because between our homes and our offices and places we spend pretty much 90% of our lives indoor, it's really important that we focus on air because, again, those 2% shifts, so if you're breathing better quality air, what's that going to do to your health and energy and mental alertness levels, over time, right? So when you go to the ocean and you get that fresh, air, sea breeze, it's very oxygen rich, because you're down at sea level. Or even when you go up into the mountains where there's maybe the air's a little thinner, not as oxygen dense, but still it's so clean and crisp and fresh. It's very invigorating, right? So air really affects us. So I say it's not enough just to give you air that doesn't, that's not harmful. Is there a way that we can design the air quality in a space to where it's actually beneficial, and it gives you a little lift and a little boost and gives you that invigoration? So that's an ideal that conscious home design strives for.